Hello, Connor.
Before you say anything else, I already know about me and Emily. Emily and I didn't just meet. She's been in love with me for a long time.
Oh, where did you hear that?
From my employer.
Who's your employer?
Lorenzo Alcazar.
You're working for Lorenzo Alcazar?
That's right. He has connections, did some investigating, and found out Emily knew me before the injury, even though she acted as if we just met.
Lorenzo Alcazar is a very dishonest man. He makes his money from breaking laws and manipulating people. You honestly can't trust a word out of his mouth.
And I should trust you? Someone I barely know who could be lying on Emily's behalf?
How well do you know Lorenzo Alcazar? Does he strike you as a person who makes his living doing good works? Let me ask you something. Why would a man as powerful as Alcazar cultivate a relationship with a stranger who has no memory? Maybe he's using you. That's exactly what he's doing.
I guess you know who I am?
Yeah, I do.
Connor, Bishop.
Lucky Spencer.
Yeah, you're Nikolas's brother, right? Sorry about what happened. I'm sure that you miss him.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm sure that Emily told you a little bit about me.
She said it was complicated.
Yeah. Look, I'm married. Okay? I have a good life. I'm not interested in pursuing anything with Emily. There was something that we had at one point, but it was all based on lies.
I don't know about that.
It doesn't matter. It's over. I know that you like her. Okay? So I won't get in your way.
So I guess Emily hasn't told him yet, huh?
Yeah, I realized that in time.
God, it must have been so hard for you not to say anything just so Emily could be the one to do it.
That's not why I didn't tell him. I looked into Nikolas's eyes and realized his old life doesn't exist. He actually believes he's Connor and he's happy.
He was happy with Emily.
Yeah, but what if Nikolas is like Jason and he can't remember? Maybe if Emily forces the truth on him, he'll choose the life that he's in. And the wife he has.
Why are you saying this? How could you not want your brother back, Lucky?
Elizabeth, I do. I just want a chance with Emily.
I'm so glad to see you.
Stop. No more lies from either one of you. I know everything.
What do you mean? You know everything. Everything about what?
I can speak to you alone.
Connor, what could you have to say to her that you couldn't?
You heard what I said. You heard what I said, Mary.
I have no problem with it.
Connor, don't. Please don't.
You know about us, don't you?
Yeah, Emily, I do.
You're angry.
Oh, you're damn right I
Hey,
am.
you have every right, but there's a reason
No,
why
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear any more of your lies.
Let me explain.
I already know all there is to know, Emily. Game's over. You're caught. Now, I don't know how I didn't see it before. It was so obvious. The whole who, me, act, and I'm sure it helps that you have absolutely zero conscience.
Excuse
You
me?
use just about anything, won't you? Even your own breast cancer to hold on to me.
Wait a minute. You have got this all wrong somehow.
Yeah, I didn't return your feelings for me. But that just didn't matter to you, Emily. You saw something that you wanted, and your sense of entitlement or whatever it is said that you should have it. Never mind that I was in love with someone else, that I had chosen and married the woman that I wanted to be with the rest of my life. It didn't matter because you just kept coming without any respect for Mary or for me or for the vows that we made to each other. None. And Las Rocas? When you realized that I didn't remember anything, must have been like Christmas for you, didn't it? Just a clean slate. You can go from the top and just start up an affair with me. What? Did you follow me there? You some kind of stalker,
Well,
Emily?
I'm confused. Are these things that you've remembered, or
I remembered a piece, and I found out the rest. It doesn't.
From whom?
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you that what you feel for me is sick, and you need to move on.
you don't understand? You love me.
No, I don't. I don't love you. Okay, I don't love you. You want me to, but I don't. Yeah, I was confused enough to make a mistake with you one night, but I didn't have all the facts then. I was weak. I was weak. I was weak, and you took advantage of that weakness. You kept lying and lying and lying to me about who we were to each other, making me think that everything was new and fresh and fuzzy. Oh, I feel like we've known each other for years. Blah blah crap, like it was like faded or something, because everything just seemed so familiar.
Turn this all on me, but I'm not the only one who's kept things from you. Mary has too.
Of course she has, Emily. She's my wife, and she's afraid that she's going to lose me to you. But you know what? That's not going to happen, because you and I are nothing. Not even friends. Yeah, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, and I never will again. What kind of person are you?
I wanted to protect you.
You watched me struggle with things that didn't make sense to me. Flashes of a life that had nothing to do with the one I share with Mary. All the while, you knew it was from your life. You could have helped me, Emily, but you didn't. Because you're just some spoiled little rich girl who thinks that she can get whatever she wants. Well, guess what? You can't have me. I'd love my wife. I'm happy with my wife. I have no intention of leaving her for anyone, and especially not you.
You're right. You're right. You and I shouldn't be together. Even if you wanted me, and clearly you don't. We'd be starting over at a terrible disadvantage. You fumbling through emotions that you don't remember or feel, wondering if the gaps I filled in were true or just me. But the stalker desperately trying to hold on to you. So it's done. Tell Mary it's over. She wins.
Wait a minute.
She'll be glad to hear it.
Wait a minute. You make it sound like Mary came in between you and me. Emily, that's not what happened. You're the one who tried to come between us.
If it helps you to believe that, Connor, and be my guest.
Hey. Hi, it's me. Hi. It's okay. It's okay. The paramedics were here, and you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
What are you still doing here?
Where else would I be?
Emily.
No, she's gone. We don't have to talk about her right now.
But Emily said,
Well, I know what you tried to do.
I don't want you to be with me out of guilt or pity. I couldn't stand that.
It's okay.
Please, Connor. I know you want to be with Emily.
I don't understand.
Please, Connor. I know you want to be with Emily. Why am I still pretending? The least I can do is call you by your real name. So, go. Nikolas. Be happy.
What did you call me?
I thought she told you.
Told me what?
I'm sorry.
You called me Nikolas. Nikolas Cassadine. Nikolas Cassadine was in an accident. less than a mile from this house. On the same night that I woke up in this house with a woman that I didn't know.
You came to my door the night of the accident. You were hurt.
I hit my head. I hurt my head. I remember the blood in my eyes. I hit my head.
When I saw you lying there, for a second I thought that Connor had come back to me.
Oh my God. Connor Bishop doesn't exist!
He was my husband. He died in the war.
I didn't remember my name. I didn't remember you. Oh my God, there were so many things. You said that I failed Spanish, that in my spare time I carved things out of wood. But none of that made sense. None of it. And it never has.
You were hurt. You couldn't remember, so I gave you a pass.
You told me that I deserted from the Marines, but that didn't make sense either. How could you do that? I would never leave my duty like that.
I just wasn't.
Oh my God, there are so many details. The Baltic Sea, the caviar, the Greek. None of it fit with the life that you told me about. None of it.
I gave you Connor's life. A new life. You were hurt and lost, and I gave you something to hold on to.
The images from the fire that came up in the therapy. I was wearing a tuxedo. I was probably right here in Port Charles the whole time. Oh my God. Emily. She was in the hospital. She was in a hospital bed, and she told me to live a happy life. That's why you wanted to keep me away from her, because she's Nikolas's my fiance.
It was a mistake.
It was a lie. It was a lie. Every word of it. Say something, Mary. Or is that even your real name?
Yeah, I'm Mary Bishop. And everything I told you about Connor is true. How we met, how we fell in love. How much we loved each other. When you came into my life, I'd lost everything. The only man I'd ever loved. The man I built my life around. It's all I'd ever wanted. And when you showed up at my door, hurt and lost, I told myself that I was being given a second chance.
You kept me in this house. You begged me. You begged me not to go into town or anywhere near the hospital because you knew that my friends and my family, they would see me and expose all your lies, Mary. You knew that.
I was afraid of losing you again.
You never had me. I was just some stranger that you trapped and manipulated for some sick fantasy of yours.
To an impulse, and somehow, like a miracle, it worked. Because you seemed to love me. We were happy in Mexico.
How long did you think you could keep up this lie, Mary?
It wasn't a lie to me. I really fell in love with you. I had finally moved on from Connor, and
You knew! You knew that I would find out! That's why you tried to get pregnant, because you knew. It was a trap. It was a trap. How could you do that?
I was afraid of being alone. And now that fear's gonna happen again. I'm gonna lose someone I love.
Mary, you lost Connor Bishop. Your husband. You can't lose me.
But why?
Your husband died months ago. Mary, I was never yours to begin with.
I don't want you to hate me. I just want you to understand.
Oh, I understand. I understand. You are sick and you need help.
Please, I didn't.
Spent a lot of time here. Reminiscing about the time you spent in my house.
Here.
Windermere. You said it belonged to the Cassadines. I'm the Cassadine prince.
Here.
Mary told me. Why didn't you? When did you first realize I was alive? Night on the beach in Mexico?
Yes.
Did it ever occur to you to tell me the truth?
I didn't want to shock or panic you. Mary's lie was so elaborate, and you believed that you had a completely different life.
Believed, so you just let me go on believing. Why, you worked to become my friend. Took me to the hospital. You took me on a tour of my own home, Emily, and you said nothing. Why?
I wanted to let you remember on your own.
4 words. 4 words, Emily. You are Nikolas Cassadine. You are my fiancé. I love you, Nikolas. If you felt all those things, then how could you pretend that we were strangers?
To give you time to remember on your own.
My life was a lie, and you knew it. And you could have helped me, but you didn't do it.
I wanted to, but my brother Jason was in a similar accident, and he ended up resenting everyone who tried to force him to remember his old life.
So what? So what, play games with me?
No. I tried to help you find your way back to me in your own time. I wanted you to feel safe when you finally remembered who you really were. I know that this must be confusing to you, and
it's not confusing at all. Mary lied because she was desperate and lonely. You lied because you didn't think I was capable enough to handle my own life. You manipulated me.
I wanted to tell you the night we made love. I had a picture of us together, and I was reaching for it in my bag when you got the call about Mary's accident.
So what? I'm supposed to chalk up all your lies to bad timing?
I wanted to do what was right for you.
I really wish I could believe you.
Anything I did to protect you. Because I love you.
If that's true, then that's really sad. Because I don't remember. And I don't love you.
There was a time on the docks, I thought I saw you in the distance, but when I got through the fog, you were gone. I didn't know you were alive then. I thought I was dreaming.
Look, I don't doubt that you grieved over me when you thought I was dead, but that doesn't explain why you lied to me, why you deceived me, why you slept with me without telling me the truth.
Don't you understand? This is exactly what I was afraid of. You are shutting down on me.
No, I am reacting to months of lies from you.
You asked me to describe my relationship with Nikolas, and that's what I did. I told you how much I loved you.
But you didn't tell me the little detail that I was the Nikolas you were talking about.
The therapist said your memory was intact. I thought it was better for you to remember on your own.
Really? Now, who gave you the right to make that decision for me? To let me go on living my life as a lie?
Loving you.
Wow. That's exactly what Mary said.
Don't compare me to her.
You know what? What you did was worse. Mary lied to a complete stranger. You lied to someone you claimed to love. She smothered me in need, and you treated me like a lab rat.
Hey, you need to calm down.
You need to calm down.
No, I can't.
Look who it is. My brother. Another person who betrayed me. Smothered me in need, and you treated me like a lab rat.
Hey, you need to calm down.
You need to calm down.
No, I can't.
Look who it is. My brother. Another person who betrayed me.
I get that you're angry, but you just can't come in
No,
here.
I've been lied to for months by everyone.
Okay, you know what? Emily was trying to...
I've heard all the excuses and the lies, and I don't remember either one of you, and that's just fine with me. I don't owe you. I don't owe you my love. I don't owe you my forgiveness, and I don't owe you, either one of you, any more of my time.
What? You know what? You can't.
You don't...
Wait, stop! Nikolas! Stop it! Lucky's your brother, and you love him.
Stay away from me. You stay away from me. I can't stand the sight of either one of you. Get away from me! Both of you, get away from me! Wake up. Why are you waiting for me? We already said it all.
Not exactly. I didn't get to have my say. And just so you know, I'll wait forever if I have to. At least you've toned it down a notch.
You taking that as a good sign? That my memory will somehow magically be restored and I'll feel all warm and fuzzy toward you?
I'm assuming it hasn't. You never used to be cutting and sarcastic with me.
Oh, good. Good. Another scrap of information about Nikolas Cassinine that I didn't know. I'm gonna go ahead and file that away with all the other little fascinating little nuggets that I happen to learn at the library or find out from other people. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to cobble together enough pieces to form a man that I recognize. But I gotta tell you something. From what I know so far, I'm not really that impressed. Nikolas Cassinine to me seems to be nothing more than a rich, a useless dilettante, descended from a long line of psychotic murderers.
You're wrong. Nikolas is a wonderful person. He's kind and generous and forgiving.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but I don't feel a connection to your cute little paragon that you're describing, Emily. I don't feel kind. I don't feel generous. And I don't feel wonderful. And I certainly don't feel like forgiving all the people who lied to me.
I waited here all night for a chance to explain. Can you give me that much?
Explain all you want, it won't change anything.
My older brother Jason was brain damaged in a car wreck. And he was left with no memory, no context for emotion. He changed overnight from a loving, responsible pre-med student to a dark, angry nightmare. He turned his back on everyone who loved him most. And I didn't want that to happen to you.
So you chose to leave me in ignorance and lie to my face?
I was praying that you would remember in your own time. I didn't want to force you into a life that you weren't prepared for.
In other words, you decided to play God. To choose how I should live my life, what I was and wasn't capable of.
Do you think that this has been easy for me? I mean, it nearly killed me seeing you with Mary, knowing that you felt obligated to a woman who was keeping you prisoner in a lie.
You helped her!
I was trying to help you, to protect you, to give you time to remember on your own.
What did you imagine would happen, Emily? Did I wake up one morning and realize I was kind, generous, forgiving Nikolas Castelline who loved you with all my heart?
Yes, that is exactly what I imagined. I dreamed of it. I still do.
Well, look at me! It hasn't happened! And I don't feel anything for you. I want you to go. I want you to go right now.
Listen to me.
I want you to go right now.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Be as angry with me as you want. Just don't give up trying to remember.
Don't tell me what to do, okay? You have no right to tell me what to do, and I want you to go right now. Just go.
Telling Nikolas how much I love him, how he didn't realize it, but he loved me too. I told him I was only trying to protect him, and of course that made him even more furious. He not only thinks I'm a liar, he resents me for treating him as if he were incompetent. So.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. Look, I shouldn't have bothered you. I know your focus is on Sam right
Sam
now.
is safe for the moment. I always have time for you. Just tell me what you need.
Maybe if you talk to him, you know, not to plead my case or anything. I mean, that's a lost cause right now, but I'm sure he feels alone, and I think it would help him to have a friend to talk to, you know, especially someone who understands what he's going through.
Yeah, I'll try. But you know, it's not the same thing. My memory is completely destroyed, and Nikolas is actually gonna remember.
No, I realize that, but I don't want the real Nikolas, my Nikolas, to wake up that morning and realize that he's ruined his life in the meantime.
What are you doing here?
He's my guest. What's your excuse? That you're Emily's brother?
Explains a lot.
What would that be exactly?
Well, the night Emily drove her car off the road, you carried her back to Mary Bishop's house. You must have been hiding in another room when I came to get Emily. And Alcazar's business card was on the table, and I couldn't possibly figure out what he wanted with Mary, but now it's so obvious he wanted access to you. Has he told you why?
I've already explained my motives to Nikolas. The offer to work together is still on the table. Call me if it interests you.
What do you want, Jason?
To tell you why my sister...
I've already heard all of her
Emily
excuses.
watched me wreck my life. She doesn't want you to wreck yours.
You know what? I've heard this all before. You were in an accident. You have brain damage. It made you volatile, bad temper, blah, blah. I've heard it all before. It obviously didn't do anything for your intelligence. Seeing how you abandoned your own family and went to work for a criminal.
That's interesting. You may not realize this, but Alcazar, not a good guy.
You know what? You know what?
What?
Well, I took the job with him when I thought I was a penniless ex-Marine, okay?
So he lied to you too?
Well, he had a reason.
Not like Emily's.
What's that? Love? Pity? You know, out of everyone who lied to me, Lorenzo Alcazar is the only one who had an actual explanation as an opposed to an excuse, which is all your sister could manage for me.
You know, I get that you're angry. And I'm probably the only one who understands why. And let's face it, Nikolas, it's not the lies. It's that other people know more than you about everything. They tell you you're a good person, that you're patient, you're forgiving. They even tell you what you like to eat. But that doesn't matter to you because you don't recognize the person they're trying to describe, and you want to hit them until they stop telling you about yourself. But that's no good. You can't go around beating up everyone who says they love you, right? So you walk out. And if they follow you, scream at them. You try to make them hate you because anything is better than them searching your face for that recognition, begging you to remember when you know you can't.
Get out.
Emily, she asked me what it was like, and I told her I'm the one who scared her. She didn't tell you because she didn't want to hurt you.
I told you to get out of my house, or I'll throw you out of my house, Jason!
You want to fight? Is that what you want to do? It might really help you.
You don't know how I feel.
Yes, I do know how you feel.
Really? Really? So you had a fiance who lied to you? Who pretended that she didn't know who you were? Who brought you to your own home and introduced you to your own aunt and had sex with you on your own couch? The whole time? She told you nothing? You had that?
No, I am the one who told Emily to wait. Well, not to force you.
That doesn't justify what she did,
No,
Jason.
I don't know if it does or not. But Emily did it out of love, Nikolas, to help you. You don't have to like it, but you don't get to punish her either.
You know what? I don't care if I ever see that bitch of a sister of yours again. I don't care! Oh!
Stay away from my sister. You let her come to you if she can stand it. And you better not deliberately hurt her.
Or what? What, you'll shoot me? And beat me till I can't stand?
I couldn't do that to Emily. She loves you, and that's her right.
Well, it's true. You're alive, and you're well, and you remember your place in the world.
You must be Helena. My grandmother.
I have loved you your whole life.
Nikolas, I'll have to take your word for it on that one. See, I've sustained a head injury. Someone else had to tell me I'm Nikolas Cassadine. It's just a name. It has no meaning for me.
We'll get you the best doctors, the best treatment.
I've already seen a specialist, thank you. What I'd like right now is to be left alone.
Well, I understand. No, I'll let you rest. I'll go upstairs to my room and we can have dinner.
No. Your room? This is my house. I want you to leave.
Oh, now, you can't mean that, Nikolas. I'm your best friend. I'm your champion. Now, for years, I have put your well-being above all.
I don't need anyone to take care of me, thank you.
You've seen Emily, haven't you? Oh, I'm sure she's as needy as always. You know, in the beginning, she was just a nuisance. But then she had this obsession with you that almost cost you your life. Now, I warned you about that just before your accident, and you finally agreed with me. Nikolas, you told me that I was the only...
Enough. Okay, I won't be lied to, not again. You're just like Emily and Lucky and Alexis. Try to tell me how I should act, who I should be. That's not going to happen.
I am your closest living relative, Nikolas. Emily, she was just a distraction, a fleeting romance. She's not worthy of you. And as for Alexis, oh, the Cassadine bastard, she hates us more with every living minute. She would love nothing more than to turn you against me.
What about my brother?
Oh, your half-brother. Well, poor Lucky. Oh, his family's been unraveling for years. He's just jealous of you, Nikolas. Jealous of your strength and your position.
As opposed to you, right? Who has my best interest at heart?
I have loved you all of your life. You are the reason I live. Now, we have trusted each other completely.
Look, I have never trusted you. I couldn't have. You're just trying to use me, and I have had more than enough of that.
So, now that Nikolas knows who he is, he doesn't want his old life back?
Well, between Emily and Mary, Nikolas believes everybody he's counted on has lied to him.
Oh, Lucky, I am so sorry. I know how much you love your brother, and this whole rejection thing must be really hard.
Yeah, it's worse for Emily, though.
Well, maybe Nikolas was just calm down and realized that Emily was acting out of love, trying to protect him.
You know, the old Nikolas, he would understand, but you know what? He's nothing like he was before the accident. He doesn't want anything to do with me or Emily.
Listen, Lucky, I know you were hoping for some sort of a relationship with Emily, but now that Nikolas knows who he is, I don't really see how that can work.
You know what? I can't change what I feel. I mean, as for now, my future with Emily's up to her.
Hi, Annie.
Hey, have you seen Nikolas?
Yeah, I waited for him all night. At Windermere, a big mistake.
You can't push him, Emily.
Oh yeah, I'm clear on that. When I tried to explain, he called me a liar and practically booted me out the door.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it hurts, but I'm not going to dwell on it because this isn't permanent. Right now, he's confused, but eventually he's going to find his way back to us.
Love is a powerful thing.
Yeah, that's why we can't give up. Hey, you guys, remember all the time we spent here? Just the four of us. Listen, we have to find a way to help Nikolas remember together. Will you help me? Sorry, I had to check in with the hospital and miss volunteering today.
Oh, please, you've had way too much on your mind.
Yeah. So any ideas on how we can get through to Nikolas?
No, not yet, but I sure do miss him.
The four of us had the most amazing friendship. I'm not ready to let that go.
This isn't about friendship. It's about Nikolas remembering, so he'll love you again.
For weeks, I prayed that Nikolas would be found alive, and he was.
Emily, but he's not who he used to be.
That's my point. I didn't put any conditions on those prayers. It's enough that he's alive. I can't expect anything more.
Then why are you trying to think of ways to bring his memory back? You need to be honest with yourself.
It's as if Lucky doesn't want Nikolas to remember.
No. Of course he wants his brother back. But he also wants you. And as long as Nikolas can't remember, then Lucky thinks he has a chance. Lucky's in love with you, Em.
Lucky and I have always loved each other, Elizabeth. We're all best friends.
No, you know it's more than that.
I know Lucky wants it to be.
He's fallen for you, hard. So if there's no chance, if you're gonna wait for Nikolas, then you need to be honest. Because it's not fair to let Lucky keep on hoping for something that's never gonna happen.
You're reading way too much into this, Elizabeth. Lucky and I are gonna be fine, and once Nikolas remembers who he is, everything will go back to the way it was.
hurt the people who loved him the way you're hurting us.
Well, Lucky, if the sight of me distresses and disappoints you, then what are you doing here?
Because I love Emily, and you don't, and I want you to let her go.